Hi you guys, welcome to my lunch meal prep video for this week. I hope you had a really wonderful Thanksgiving. I sure did. Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays. So much wonderful food. But one of my other favorite things about Thanksgiving is the leftovers. So I have a bunch of leftover turkey and I'm gonna make a turkey tetrazzini, but instead of using pasta, I am gonna do a spaghetti squash. So I'm gonna keep this super healthy after totally overeating and overindulging this week with lots of family activities. So I'm gonna make a really healthy lunch coming up so that we can get back on track and be organized and healthy. So I have my leftover turkey. I have cream of mushroom, sour cream, butter, mozzarella. So some of these things, sour cream and butter, not super healthy, but keeping this low carb, high fat. So definitely getting back on keto. So I'm gonna get this all cooked up. I'm gonna show you how I cook spaghetti squash. There's a bunch of different ways. I'm gonna cook it in the oven this time, so I will show you how I make it. If you're new to my channel, make sure you click subscribe. Lots of meal prepping motivation. If you need some motivation to get some meals prepped for the week, I have tons of ideas for you, tons of playlists on my channel for healthy meals. So make sure you click subscribe and always leave me a comment if you have any questions at all. So I'm gonna get this lunch all cooked up and ready for the week.
Okay, so I have my spaghetti squash, which I'm going to cook first because it takes a while to cook in the oven. So it is a little tough to cut in half, so definitely be careful while cutting it. You got to put a little muscle into it while cutting it down the middle. But once you have it open, it has just the seeds in the middle. So I use my melon baller to scrape it out. You can use a spoon also, but I just love using the melon baller because it has that little bit of sharp edge. So I'm just going to scoop out the center and clean all that out on both sides of the spaghetti squash. I'm going to add it into my Pyrex dish. I have my oven preheated right now to 350 degrees. So once these are ready, I am going to put them in the oven, and it takes a little bit to roast the spaghetti squash. So about an hour to get it really nice and soft. So definitely get this going first because it does take a little bit longer. I'm going to add on a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of cracked pepper, and I have some pink Himalayan salt. So I'm just going to add just a little bit of that onto each one of these, and then they will be ready to go in the oven. So while that's cooking, I'm going to get the rest of the turkey tetrazzini ready to go. So I have all my leftover turkey. So I'm going to use about 2 cups of this. I'm not measuring it exactly, but around 2 cups. And you can definitely also use chicken or rotisserie chicken for this. But I just love leftover turkey. It is my favorite. One year I made 2 turkeys just so I can have one as a whole leftover after Thanksgiving. So about 2 cups of the turkey, and then I'm going to use 2 cans of cream of mushroom because it isn't really a casserole if it doesn't have cream of mushroom or cream of chicken in it, in my opinion. I'm going to add in sour cream. I have my butter is at room temperature, and then I'm going to use 1 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. So this is going to be full of tons of flavor, creamy, awesome casserole, and just a really perfect way to use some of your leftovers from Thanksgiving. I'm going to mix the butter up a little bit, but it is at room temperature, so it's pretty soft. So it's mixing well with the cream of mushroom. I'm going to add in the cheese, and then I'm going to put all of this on my skillet in the stove to let everything melt together and combine all the flavors, and it'll be so delicious and go perfect with the spaghetti squash.
Okay, so the spaghetti squash is done. It takes a while to cook. I've also done it in the crock pot, which is really nice because you just cut it the same, put it in, and it just cooks all day. So this takes about an hour to roast it in the oven. It's still pretty hot, but I am going to kind of show you how it just shreds into these little like stringy pieces, just like noodles. So super cool. So you just kind of scoop it out, and like I said, super hot. I really need to let it cool, but I am excited to make this video for you, so I'm just gonna kind of do it when it's a little bit hot. But look how cool this is. These stringy noodle type things, but it's squash, totally low carb, such a great alternative for pasta. So I'm just scooping it into my bowl, and then I will put the turkey tetrazzini mixture. I also did a side of broccoli because I love broccoli with like things that have sauce. So gonna be totally delicious lunch for this week. All right, I'm gonna add in the spaghetti squash, the broccoli, the turkey tetrazzini on top. Like, I don't think there's anything better than a delicious Thanksgiving dinner and then having leftovers. I mean, leftovers are definitely my favorite. So good. So I'm just adding in my broccoli. First, I just get these steamed broccoli bags, and it's just so convenient. We eat a ton of broccoli in our house. So our broccoli, add in my spaghetti squash. Love this stuff. All right, this turkey mixture, oh my gosh, it is rich and delicious. Oh my gosh, so good. All right, you guys, this lunch is ready to go for the week. Such an awesome keto-friendly, low-carb option to counteract all of the overeating that I did on Thanksgiving and the day before. We kind of stretched it all out with lots of festivities with the family. So super low carb this week, getting back on track. Delicious recipe to use for leftover turkey. If you have some leftover turkey, it is a really great recipe. So hope you enjoyed this one. Hope it gave you some motivation to do some meal prepping now that the holidays are here. Definitely trying to do some more healthy meal prepping so that I can stay on track when we're not at all of the holiday functions. So if you enjoyed this one, make sure you click subscribe and the bell button next to subscribe so you get a notification each time I post a new video. Hope that you have a really wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.